Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're wrapping up the long-running Grayson Bay courtroom saga. When we last left off, Bay had already been found guilty on most of the charges against him, and many people were expecting the story to continue with a jury trial on the remaining counts. However, that trial never came to pass after prosecutors decided to dismiss the final two charges. What follows instead is arguably the most important part of the case, Judge Perkins delivering a direct, no-nonsense sentencing hearing that brings months of arguments, excuses, and sovereign citizen claims crashing into reality. This is the moment where the consequences become real, so let's jump right in.
Versus Javar Tyrone Grayson, case number SP 146437761, SP 146409991, SP 1463900, counts 1, 2, and 3. State your name for the record.
Grayson
Bay. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
State your name for the record.
Grayson Bay.
All right. This is today is the date and time set for a jury trial. Ms. Schneider, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexis Schneider for the people, P80322. For the record, the issuing officer, Officer Ambrose, was present, although I released him.
Mr. Grayson Bay, we didn't conclude some of the. First of all, I want to get the record straight from yesterday. I did mention, and you did cite. Where's Mr. Grayson Bay's file? Yes, but I brought it back downstairs. Yes. I wanted to clear up something I said on the record as far as the case that you cited out of Alabama. That I was incorrect as far as the facts of that case.
Sovereign citizens, take note. This is what real accountability looks like. When you're wrong, you own it, acknowledge the mistake, and make it right instead of digging yourself into a deeper hole with arguments that have already failed. A simple admission can solve more problems than endless excuses ever will, and this courtroom moment proves exactly why.
Reverend Shuttlesworth was not the case where they were walking down the street and did not obtain the license to assemble. That was a case where he has another reverend organized a sit-in and at a restaurant, and they were ticketed. And the unfortunate part about it is, and that's just how our society is, and it was, and still is for the most part, is that this case had to go all the way to the United States Supreme Court for him to get justice on this case. But again, you're citing cases, sir, that you're not even reading what the cases are about.
I actually like it when sovereign citizens start citing case law. It gives me a reason to go read the decisions myself and take a closer look at how the legal system works. The problem is that the cases they rely on usually fall into one of two categories. Either they have almost nothing to do with the situation at hand, or they directly contradict the argument being made. In other words, these citations don't strengthen the case, they often destroy it. When a court decision is misunderstood this badly, the result isn't just a weak argument. It's an argument that ends up proving the other side right.
I can actually fine you. That's something a lawyer would be can be brought up to the grievance commission on and potentially lose their license. All the cases in there, all the cases that you have cited are saying exactly the opposite of what you put forth. Have you looked at any of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you read them? When did you do that last night?
I've been studying more science. My religion is more science. As you can see, if it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck, it tells you it's a duck, it's pretty much a duck. So I'm more science. So I've been studying for over 10 years.
What happens next perfectly sums up the sovereign citizen problem. The judge makes it crystal clear that these cases don't support the defendant's argument. In fact, they say the exact opposite. He even points out that if a licensed attorney presented case law this inaccurately, it could lead to serious professional consequences. When the defendant is asked a simple question, whether he actually read the cases he cited, the response is hesitant, evasive, and telling. What follows is a confusing mix of explanations, analogies, and unrelated talking points, all while insisting he has spent years studying the subject. It's a perfect example of someone speaking with absolute confidence while completely misunderstanding the very evidence they're relying on, and the courtroom recognizes it immediately.
And
But you haven't been studying.
no disrespect to you, Your Honor. I just want to remain mute to the fact and acknowledge that my mother is here, the matriarch of my family, and so I just want to remain mute to this case in this matter. And the floor is yours. This is your courtroom. No disrespect. My mother is here.
No. Ma'am, can you stand up and state your name, please?
My name is Mary Grayson Hall.
Good morning, Ms. Grayson Hall. And I'm not, it's nothing about, you can see it. I just wanted to acknowledge, I do acknowledge the fact, and I appreciate the fact that you have support here. The court always recognizes that. That's why I asked you to stand up. But you want to remain mute now, but you didn't remain mute when you filed these pleadings. This is how you speak to the court, exactly the way you did. Now, maybe the form is not exactly the way the court kind of or rules have to apply, but I understand you're in pro per and you might not know all of those rules. But when you start filing these documentations, you're speaking to the court and you're representing that this is the current state of the law as this is the current state of the law, and this stuff applies to your case, and I should be reading this stuff and be able to interpret what you're saying about your case through these cases. And when I read these cases, it says exactly the ones that I've read, and I've seen these cases filed before, it says exactly the opposite of what you're trying to say. Because what I understand you're trying to say is that you're trying to say that you don't need a valid driver's license to drive on the roads, you don't need proper registration on your vehicle, and you don't need proper insurance. And you're even going as far as saying that the police officers, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the police officers do not even have the authority to pull you over. Is that correct?
Again, Your Honor, I remain mute to the situation.
At this stage, staying silent would probably be the smartest move available. The irony is that he clearly knows he has the right to remain silent. The problem is that every time he speaks, he seems determined to prove why exercising that right might be a better option. Sometimes the strongest argument in a courtroom isn't what you say, it's knowing when to stop talking.
And I replied, my mother is here. No due respect to the court. My matriarch is here. And I gave you pretty much documents to read. And I'm standing on those documents and I'm gonna remain mute. Thank you.
All right, so I've already found you guilty of the count of refusing to exhibit a driver's license, SP 1464091. I'm going to fine you on that case $240. I've already found you responsible on SP 1463901. Expired plate. I'm going to fine you $145 on that. And I've already found you responsible on SP 1463903, insurance no proof, and I say guilty on SP 1464091, and that's $240 for the insurance no proof. I'm going to fine you $195 on that. All right. As far as the other counts, I had in the note. Well, you told me off the record that, you're gonna dismiss, SP 1464371 and SP 146390002. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So 145, 195, and $240, sir. When can you pay?
I would probably need, after the holidays, maybe 3 months, I might get something up for you.
Are you working?
I do carpentry.
Yeah, you do carpentry. Are you working?
Yes, yeah, I have jobs lined up.
Okay, so why do we need so much time?
They lined up. They're not completed. They're just future jobs that I have lined up.
So in other words, there's no real plan in place, just a reluctance to take the steps needed to move forward. The reality is that opportunities exist in virtually every major city for people willing to pursue them. Finding work isn't always easy, but it starts with a genuine willingness to look, apply, and put in the effort required to make it happen.
So presently, you're not working.
Today, I'm not in court.
You got this play on words.
Yeah, I mean, traveling and
Is this
driving. Yeah, that beats the system. Play on word. I mean, it's the truth, though. I mean, I got to speak the truth to you, right?
You're
respect
not
the truth?
working now. If you,
Okay, I'm not working today. I'm not working.
No. You're not. I'm asking you, why is it taking you 3
We-
months to get up? I don't typically give out 3 months to pay fines, especially when somebody's working, and especially in a career that's a skilled trade, that's a very lucrative career. So I'm trying to give you the time you need, but I need to make a good basis for that.
3
Because
months.
you're not giving me a good basis for giving you 3 months, and you're telling me you're a carpenter and you're telling me you're working. Now, if you're telling me you're a carpenter and I'm not working currently, then that's something that I can go with. But you're telling me I'm just not working today.
Right.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow.
Well, we
I'm
optimistic,
going to work
yeah.
tomorrow, and I'm going to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you 3 months.
I'm very
for that.
optimistic. That's why I say, well, as this present, not, but yeah, tomorrow. I'm very optimistic about work. So yeah, yeah.
So you're not working.
Today I'm not working. Tomorrow I'm going. I have grass work tomorrow to do. There are schedules to do, and I do have a future as a job to have things to be done. But as you saying, as I'm working, I'm telling you the truth. Not as now, no. If that clears, if that makes you feel comfortable,
No,
I'm not
it's
working.
not. I'm trying to ascertain.
No, I'm
what's
not
going
working.
on, sir.
I'm not working at this present moment. I'm not working.
And when you say you're working, you have some aspirations of working,
Yes.
like everybody does. We're
Yes.
looking for, well, not everybody, because not everybody is trying to work.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yes.
you're not working now,
Right.
correct?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Is this the kind of, I don't know, I want to make sure that you don't need any mental health services? Do you?
Are you questioning my mental capacity?
I'm asking.
And I mean this seriously. Choosing a path built on denying reality and rejecting every consequence isn't a sign of independence or some higher understanding. More often, it's self-defeating behavior wrapped in the language of ideology. When someone continually ignores facts, dismisses outcomes, and insists that rules apply to everyone except them, it stops looking like conviction and starts looking like a refusal to engage with reality. That's not something to celebrate. It's something that deserves careful examination.
Because you're giving me these play on words. You're giving me all of this
Speak the
stuff.
truth,
You
Your Honor.
know, I don't
Speak the truth.
I don't feel you're speaking the truth to me.
I'm not working today at this present moment. I'm not working.
And you're not working. You don't have anything set for tomorrow,
No, I don't.
right?
Nope, I don't. I don't.
You don't.
I'm
Do you
not
have
even
anything
working.
set for next
No.
week?
No, I'm just anticipating things. You're right. I don't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm just gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th. You can either Zoom in or come in. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th to have the stuff paid off. All right?
Can I get a total of that?
Just like that, with one simple question, the entire argument starts to unravel. In asking it, he ends up acknowledging the very legal system, authority, and jurisdiction he spent so much time trying to deny. It's one of those moments where the contradiction becomes impossible to ignore, and for the courtroom, the outcome is pretty clear. Of course, if sovereign citizen history has taught us anything, it's that these arguments rarely disappear for long, so I doubt this is the last time we'll see him. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you didn't, that button works too. Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next courtroom showdown.